All right, continuing on. Newest games that will give you over 100 hours, and I'm going to give you some of my best ones here. And then at the end, I'm going to give you some older ones that the servers are still up, the community is dead, but the games are still fun, and you're still able to obtain them. So now, starting off with my favorite one, Warframe. Yup, they finally dropped the 13-year anniversary. I've been on it for 12 years. You gotta like this acquired taste. You know what I mean? So if this is your style, pick it up. I guarantee you, you're gonna be stuck on it. All right? Because I've been stuck on it for 12 years. I'm a year 2, and man, there's a lot to cover in this game. But I'm not gonna go through everything. But it's free to play. It's on every console, pretty much everywhere. Even on Nintendo, man. They got it on Nintendo now, dude. Yep. So if you're looking for something to play and you never heard about this, download it. It's free. If you like it, play it. If not, just delete it. You never pay for it. You know what I mean? So this is one of my favorite ones I always come back to. Always come back to, man. Always. So, like I said, there's 13-year content. The community here is still super large. I mean, it's never died down. Never. It just keeps getting larger and larger and larger. There's always new players. Every time I go in there, I always see new players, man. All the time. When I feel like playing in public. But as you see here, I usually play alone, especially when the new content comes out. I do it alone first to see if I like it or not. And if it's too challenging, you know, I might need one more person, then I'll go in a group. But I've always pushed out content for this game, and man, even to this day, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is one of my favorites, bro. And they always upgrade the graphics. It's up to par with everything. If there's a bug or a problem, they try to fix it and patch it immediately. Now, like I said, 13 years old, so you got 13 years of campaign stories, character stories, side quests, a whole bunch of stuff. And this is a looter and slasher, plus open world, free roam. It's a mix of everything. But like I said, you gotta have the taste for this. Between you love it or you hate it. And there's over 60 characters to make and stuff like that. You got ships. There's crossplay. There's cross save. So if you're moving from one console to another or going to PC, you could actually transfer your save to the PC or console that you're going to. So you could share your save, which is awesome. I mean, I don't think there's another game out there that's doing that right now, you know? That they'll let you save your progress, but not save your game save from the console. So like, you could upload your accounts to the same. Let's say Ubisoft, you can still put for Xbox and PlayStation, but it won't let transfer your game save. But you can transfer everything that you earned. You know what I mean? So for Warframe, dude, there's so much. There's so much. You got raids, not raids. Well, they're kind of like raids, but they're like, how should I say this? It's only 4 players. They had a raid back then a long time ago. It was an 8-player raid on a railjack, but they took that off after like a few months because we were making so much money off of it, and they were so we were doing it so quick. But there's unique weapons. You can mod the character however you want. Dude, you can gift people stuff. There's a trade system. You can sell. You can buy. Bro, this is like one of the biggest games out there right now. The biggest that has so much content. It's unbelievable. I'm telling you right now. If you enjoy it, it's unbelievable. And it's not pay to play. It's pay for space. But like I said, you could do trades. So you could you could earn something and trade it for a currency that's real money, and then you could just buy your inventory space with that. So the other thing is you have to it's called the Foundry. You gotta build your stuff. So just check that out. So the next thing is Dying Light the Beast. Bro, I can sit there and talk about it all day, man. But I'm just gonna cut right to it, man. Dying Light the Beast is the next one. I put over 100 hours. They just had an update, but it seems like they're making it harder and taking away the fun. So they're making it more challenging and taking away the fun. But if you play the story normal up to the last difficulty before the new one came out, you could have tons of fun. It's tons of fun. You gotta find legendaries. It's open world. It's zombies. You know, it's cool as hell, and it's fun. It's a good game. You definitely put 100 hours in it, because I definitely did. So, and then you got weapons. You gotta find the blueprints. You could craft stuff. You could upgrade it, and you gotta, it's not bad, and it's still new. It's still a new game, so the community's still there, especially with the new update that came out. People are coming back to it, and I re-downloaded it just to see, but I already see that from reading the details from the new update, you're gonna be running more than enjoying yourself. But I'm the kind of guy that I rather be having fun slashing zombies until I die. Not I get hit once and I got one med kit left and I gotta go hide and go to sleep. And nah, man, I like challenges to a certain amount, but I'm like I said, I'm here to show you games that are fun. I mean, that you can ball out, you can laugh, and not worry about dying. So, especially that you could be something like a demigod or a god, and you can just ball out. So I'm just showing you the inventory, your upgrades, the weapons you're able to obtain. There's different outfits. The one I have is for salvage right now, where I get more resources every time I loot something. So when I play on a harder difficulty, I don't have to be farming for much. I could just put on my DPS build. They have perks. They brought perks back from the first one. That's another one. If you want to go back to an old one, but that one might be a little dead. But like I said, this is for newer right now. You can go back to Dying Light 1, which is the beginning story if you actually want to get into this. It's the same character. Dying Light 2 was a different character. I didn't play that one because they didn't have guns in it. I was like, how you going to have zombies with no guns in it? You know what I mean? So they added it after at the end. I was like, nope, too late. So the map's pretty big. I started in New Game Plus, which is awesome because they added that in the last 2 updates ago. So you're able to replay the campaign over and over. They do have a battle pass. It's free. As long as you buy the game, it's free. But it takes a while to rank up. I think I'm only like at 40, and I've done like 2 playthroughs. This is my 3rd one. But I know there's probably like ways you could cheese it, but I haven't been looking that up because at that time I was looking up other games. Other games came out. Like Borderlands 4 came out at the same time as this, so I was playing both. And then I dropped both. Warframe came out, and Space Marine. I went back to Space Marine, which that's another one on the list.
I was just about to kill them all.
Look at it. You got the grappler. Get over here! Awesome, bro. I'm telling you, ball out in this game. Have a lot of fun. So, this is one you might want to try out. Like I said, it's worth the full price if you got the money. The next one up is Division 2. Yeah. I'm a day one guy. I've been on this off and on. I always come back to it. But lately, I've been unhappy with it. And I'll get that in a moment. But besides that, it's a fun game. It's over 10 years. The community is still large. They keep updating this game. They keep adding more game stuff to it. So you got campaign co-op. You got free roam. You got projects that you're able to do to gain XP and projects and bounties. You got bounties and all that stuff. You got raids, which that's good. Those are hard. You actually need a good team, and you need to be ready for that. So you're able to get legendary weapons and stuff like that. They got a thing called Countdown, which is awesome. The DLCs, the New York DLCs, relate to Division 1. I went back to Division 1 and played it, and the DLCs are from the Division 1. Division 2 story campaign is Washington, D.C. You're in a different state, and you're able to make all the builds you want, however you want. Dude, I've made over 30 different builds just to have fun, dude, and trust me, it's fun. But here's the flaw. Once you get to the point of endgame, and my problem was they're not dropping max stat weapons or gear or mods, and I'm playing on the hardest difficulty with modifiers on. I don't care if they're bad rolls. I just want them to be max. So here's the different classes you can play with and stuff like that. You also get perks for them and stuff. So they're adding another update that's going to make it cross-play because they want to keep this game alive. But like I said, I come back to it every once in a while because there's not a lot of games like this. There's not. And the funny part is this is an old game. This game is 10 years old. Division is 10 years old almost, man. Especially Division 1 is 10. Division 2 is 7, I think it is. Division 2 is 7 years old. But there's not a lot of games like this that it's open world with a lot of content that you could build your own stuff, you could craft your own materials, you could upgrade the bench, you could upgrade your weapons to be stronger, you could put more armor on your gear. You know, that's why I keep coming back to these old ones. Ubisoft used to be the best. The best, bro. The old man Tom Clancy, the one that created Tom Clancy, he was the best. He had the best game creators. Every game back then was awesome. There was nothing like it. Nothing could touch it. So Division 2, I would suggest wait for the sale to get the complete edition for about $10. It's worth it. You could pay full price, but to be honest, I wouldn't pay full price for it. I'll just wait for the sale. That's my personal opinion. But if you want something fun that you're definitely gonna put over 100 hours, I got over 1,500 hours over the span of 7 years on this game, and I played it on both Xbox and PlayStation. So just to let you know, I put more time in that. And there's another one on this list that I put more time than that on. And what's messed up, they closed that production down. They're not gonna make no more, and that's what's pissing me off. There's two, and that's what makes me mad. But the customization is on here. The only way you could trade is if you're in the group and it drops for you. You could drop it for the person that's in the group. You can't give it to someone that's not in the group. That's the only way to trade here. So this game's fun. It's good. But when it comes to end game and you're not getting maxed out gear and you're playing on the hardest difficulty, you're gonna be like, dude, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? You know what I mean? And I'm trying so hard not to get the Brooklyn pack because I'm upset with them. So it's like I'm not enjoying how the old man's kids is driving Ubisoft to the ground. I mean, man, they're ruining the company. Like all the new games that have been coming out have not been enjoyable, and it's been made by AI, not by a real team that enjoys playing their games. You know what I mean? That's why I still would play Warframe, because the AI is not created. They still have real people making it. You know what I mean? So there's hunts here. There's certain hunts that you also gotta find that you get masked. Yeah, the customization, they're tough, dude. Even on normal difficulty, they're tough. They'll bang you up. Now they got a season pass, but that's the cash grab now. They give you a few free things, but then you got to pay for it, which is messed up because if you bought the game, you should automatically get it. You know what I mean? But that's how the world turns. So let's see what else. This is another one I could talk about for a long time, but I'm not. I'm just gonna show you some gameplay now. I just been showing you how big the maps are and what other things and raids and the vendors and there's a secret vendor, so you gotta find him. And there's 2 shops now, so when you find him, he's gonna be a dude in a little buoy hat with a little Hawaiian shirt going, "Hey, what's going on, man?" It looks like a fucking surfer hippie and shit. And then the vendor's only open for about 12 hours, so he's gonna be closed for 12 hours and open for 12 hours. So you're gonna be like, if he's closed at the time you're on, you're gonna be like, fuck, I gotta wait till later. But they sell. Well, the newer one that they put in, you're able to buy legendary caches and season caches and stuff like that. So, and it goes by when you rank up, you get the chest. You get this chest for cosmetics. But if it's duplicates, they give you a currency, so you get to buy it with that currency now, which is pretty cool because I got thousands of caches. I pretty much bought everything I can with that currency. Everything else I gotta buy with real money, and I'm like, hell no to the no. So just to show you here, raids. They got Summit. They got Kenley College, which is another mini campaign. Open worlds. Every week they have invasions and stuff like that. So there's a lot on this game. It's really entertaining. So here I am. I'm going to show you one of my builds. It's a skill build, but it's just for file. This is my open world one that I don't have a lot of armor on it, but I put a lot of time on getting that fire starter going, you know, and the hive. I put a lot of points into that hive so it could be stronger. Now, if you can't see it, I am on the hardest difficulty in open world, which I think is heroic, with modifiers on. So I'm pretty much blind, and if one of my armor peg segments break, I have to use an armor kit to fix it. But just to give you an idea of what kind of game this is, check it out. But like I said, the old Ubisoft games were the best. Yeah, I was with Ubisoft for 23 years before I stopped really supporting them like that. Because after that, I stopped playing Assassin's Creed. Oh, that was another thing. The copyright stuff, the service agreements, dude. I tried to go back to Origins, and my game save was gone. I was like, "You're kidding me, bro!" I put 200 hours on just one character because the exploration. The game is huge. These old Ubisoft games, they're huge. So when I put 200 hours on a character and they took my game save because you haven't been on for the past, I think if you're not on within like 90 days or something, they took your game save. Dude, I was pissed because I haven't gone back to Origins for like years. So I was like, you know what? I want to go back to Creed. You know, so I went back to Origins, which Origins was one of the last ones that was great. Because everything after Origin, I think the Spartan one, which I forgot the name of that one, you had to decide which evil you want to support. But all the Assassin's Creed before that, you didn't have to choose an evil, you were defeating the evil. So I was like, no, that's pretty much when I left it, when it was the Spartan one. So I didn't even bother with any of the new ones because they're AI and they're not the same no more. So sorry, but I'm hoping they pick up where their dad's footsteps, and go back to the old ways, because that's when the community it's really gonna blow up. I mean, everybody will come back, but until then, everybody's just on Division 2 right now because they're popping up updates and they keep bringing stuff back every 6 months. They're always adding something, so it's pretty cool. So there you have it. This is me doing it solo on the hardest difficulty, but if you notice, when I got shot, I almost died. Alright, the next one up is new, and they're on year 2. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's the only game I know when you do that one emo. Oh man, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, when you say "for the Emperor," everybody, "for the Emperor." Yo, this game is banging. And I'm gonna pick up season 2, and it is Space Marine 2, bro. Yo, oh my god, this game is fun, dude. Fun, and it's hard on a harder difficulty if you're not ranked out, like decked out. So you gotta rank up some guns and you gotta rank up some prestige your character a little bit before you go to the harder difficulties, because they don't play, bro. They don't play. But it's the graphics are awesome. The movement is smooth. This is another one that you put over 100 hours. I got over 200 hours in. I'm planning to go back soon because, like I said, I want to get the year 2 pass, which is just cosmetics, but they still got the roadmap for the whole year. So they're still gonna add more content in the summer at the end of the year. So it's fun. They got a four player co-op campaign. They do have co-op missions after the campaign, which that's the stuff you're gonna do. They got a PvP. I don't do PvP, but the PvP on here was pretty banging. From what I heard when I talked to some randos when I played with them. So just to give you a look, the customization is awesome. Here's a little bit of gameplay. I was playing with my nephew here, so if you hear him, that's him.
Oh damn! I almost run right off a cliff.
Bloody, boy. This game is so bloody, but it's awesome. Yeah. The grenades are OP, like really OP. Oh man, this game is fucking banging. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to re-download this one because I'm using old content from when I was first playing. So yeah, you know, there's only so much space I have on the PlayStation. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, check it out. Yo, boy, you have a ball. But you gotta learn how to duck, dodge, dip, dodge, dodge again. Once you master that, bro, and you gotta learn how to block. If you know how to dodge and block, you you'll be a master. Bing. If you time that right, you see what happens. Yeah, buddy. Look, so now I'm gonna show you the hardest difficulty on another class, just to give you some more gameplay. I should have cut this more shorter, but why not, right? Why not? Just to show you some more gameplay of the game, man. For the Emperor. Tell you, boy, Warhammer outdid themselves with this one, man. There it is right there, for the Emperor! So, I think they said their part 3 is in development, so that's going to probably come out with the new consoles. So, the harder difficulty you go, the more special enemies you get, and you take more damage and you find less ammo, so you got to be handy with steel. You got to earn your keep. Off with his head. Yeah, why not, bro? Let's keep watching it. If you play it on a public, that's one thing. So let's say if you go public and there's no one on, they're gonna put bots, and then once someone comes in, somebody will fill it in. But like I said, on the hardest difficulty, not a lot of people are gonna be doing it because they're not ready for it, or two, they're just not that good at beating it at a higher difficulty, so they can't do it. But like I said, you need to buff up your character and buff up some guns for you to do it on the hardest difficulty. But whew, man, I love this game. So the next one up, it's another Ubisoft game, another old one. They stopped updating it about 2 years ago, but they upped the graphics. They upped it for the PS5 and stuff like that. And what's messed up is this is one of the ones they shut down, and it's one of my favorites. I always come back to it. I come back to it more than I used to do. And they shut the studio down. They shut it down. Oh my God, they shut it down. People don't understand. When you finally see what I'm talking about, and you never played this game, I'm telling you right now, get it. It's because there's no other game out there right now that's like it. I don't. If there was, I would be playing it right now, posting videos and shorts. Right? Because I'm a gamer. So I'll stick with a game until I go, time for the next. You know what I mean? I treat games like girlfriends. Once you get tired of it, you gotta get rid of it and get another one. You know what I mean? So, Breakpoint, baby. Woo! Ghost Recon. Yo, if there's another game out there and that's not on PC, if it's on Xbox or PlayStation, let me know. If it has to, but it's gotta be like this. If it ain't like this, don't mention it.
The way the game was released,
because there's nothing like this. So
a new way to experience the games.
Immersive finally came out, so I
regular lets you
started
play
a new
with
one.
weapons and gear of different levels and rarity.
I'm gonna let it explain.
Removes the notion of gear score entirely. The new tactical settings will change the way you play. New HUD settings are also available, allowing you to fine-tune your preferred level of information at any point in time. The objective of the Ghost experience
before they came out with the
total
Ghost
freedom of
experience
choice.
immersive,
As such,
I did custom.
You can switch between
So I
immersive
took off the
and regular
radar.
mode at will.
I put harder
Of course, you
difficulty.
can play
I
in
took off
co-op
the map. I
players
took
in
everything
different
off to make
modes,
it more realistic.
and every
But
setting
they
can be
added the
tweaked
add-on that
so that
comes
you
with it
can
automatic.
create your ultimate Ghost experience.
Whew. Ain't nothing like this shit. I'm gonna tell you that right now, boy. So if you see it on sale, the complete edition, pick it up. There's still people on here, but not as big as Division. but you could customize the setting to detail, bro. Like if all you want is a map, that's all you could put, just a map. I take aim assist off. I take everything off, but look who's in it.
Walker. Joey Weaver.
Whew, the Punisher, baby. He's the bad guy. Spoiler alert. And once again, old game. This is my old game save with the gear score on it. This is endgame. Like I said, I played this on Xbox and PlayStation. There's tons to do. I mean, a lot. Open world, you play however you want. So you got to make the build whatever reflects you. That's just like classes, just like Division. So I'm just mad that they're not making another Ghost Recon, man. I love Ghost Recon, dude. I love it, man. So this is one for the books, guys. So if you're new to the game scene, this is one you got to pick up. So Sam Fisher, baby. Splinter Cell. Yep. There's even missions that you play with him. I even have a video of Sam Fisher playing with Sam Fisher. Like, dude, it's awesome. That's from Future Soldier, older Ghost Recon. So yeah, I'm telling you, Ubisoft used to be the best, man. But the DLCs, you're able to play as the Terminator, and Wildlands Wildlands is another good one too. That one was more fun because one of the DLCs you play with monster trucks, dude, and you go fight the Predator and stuff like that, and then you get his cloaking device and all that stuff. You get it here too, but they do it differently. So a lot of side quest missions, main missions, fraction missions, different story modes, different DLCs. The map is enormous, dude. Like if you go on foot, it'll probably take you like 20 minutes to get across the map, literally like running, if you run out of stamina. So if you're starting new and you're trying to do it, it'll take you like 30-40 minutes. So once again, you get challenges, you get outfits and stuff like that. So I got a lot of them done. I think that's the last one I'm working on. Like I said, every time I come back, that's all I really do. But since Immersive came out, I've just been playing that. So here's a look at Endgame, just to give you a quick look. And like I said, they upgraded the graphics to the PS5 and for the Xbox XS also, because they both look gorgeous. The environment is gorgeous. If you want to go on top of that mountain, you can go on top of that mountain. There is no limit. There is no limit. The only thing that they have a limit is the boundary. When you're in the water, they'll tell you, hey, you're going too far. But anywhere on land, you can go anywhere. There's choppers, there's helicopters, there's choppers, trucks, four-wheelers, motorcycles, sports cars. Oh yeah, great game. This is another one I could talk about forever, man. I could talk about this game forever. And what's cool is, just like I said, Tom Clancy, like there's doors, so you got to pick up these soldiers and you got to carry them to the door to get to the loot inside the door. So you can go guns blazing like Rambo, or you could go stealthy. You know, and then you can just take a little pistol and silencer and just pss, 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 try to take everybody quiet. Hopefully you not get spotted. But immersive, they're more responsive even on normal difficulty. Like you get alerted a little bit quicker, and they hear your gunshots and stuff like that, even with a suppressor. The robots will actually hear you, can see you. Even at endgame, the robots will still spot you. So yeah, if you're looking for fun and a challenge, this is it. This is fucking it, guys. Ain't nothing like this one, bro. So like I said, this is old content. I re-downloaded. Like I said, I can show you hours of this stuff, man. But I put over like 3,000 hours onto this game because, like I said, I keep coming back to it because there's nothing else like it. Nothing like it. Look at it. Just be trying to do a challenge real quick, just to show you. I lowered the difficulty so I could complete it, because on a higher difficulty they would have heard me and they'd be like, "Hey, what's going on? There's something there," and I would have died instantly. But yeah, so you're still able to obtain this game. If If you don't got it, get it, because they're not making it this game anymore. They'll probably bring it back maybe another 5-10 years, and that's the day I'm waiting for. AI created or not. Alright. Next one up is the games that are older. The community's dead, but they're still a lot of fun and you're still able to attain them. And yes, it's another Ubisoft game. And this is another one that got shut down. And I'm not going to show you too much gameplay on it. I'm just going to keep it short. But Watch Dogs, this is Watch Dogs Legions. So picture, how should I put this? Assassin's Creed in the future with hacks. That's a good way of putting it. Alright, so if you like Assassin's Creed and you like computer hacking and stuff like that, give this a shot, because this is another series that they're not going to make no more. So pick them all up. This is Legions. This is the last one that they made. Like I said, the graphics look amazing. This was on the Xbox, so pick up Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs 2. All three great games, open world, guarantee you 100+ hours. But like I said, the community is not large no more, so you might get lucky finding one person if you're gonna do some co-op stuff, or have a buddy who has the game to play with you if you want to do co-op stuff. The first one's not co-op, so you don't have to worry about that. But two has some co-op missions, and Legions you can play. There's more co-op stuff in Legions too, and there's zombies in Legions, which was a hard one.
What's her story, Bagley?
A lot of people just went back to GTA and didn't support this.
Why?
And that was the problem. Like,
a rather good one too. She managed to take down
so when you stop supporting a AAA game like this, and the company has money, they're just gonna shut down the ones that people don't support no more, and just keep supporting the people do want. But I'm one of the ones that still want this going. I want another Watch Dogs. So this is another one, Assassin's Creed Origins. Ubisoft, once again, 100+ hours, guarantee you, 100+, at least 150 on one character if you actually do everything. So another one you might want to pick up too is Black Flag. Yeah, they remade Black Flag, so they remastered Black Flag for the new console. So that's another one you want to pick up that guarantee you 150+ hours. Old classic games, banging. So you don't have to worry about multiplayer or PvP. Those are single players, but still, if you never played it, pick it up. Guarantee you're gonna spend some time on it. I was just so mad when I re-downloaded and I was ready to play again. And then my game save was done at 200 hours, bro. I wasn't gonna start new. I was just gonna pick up where I left off at. And you fight gods in this one. You fight Egyptian gods.
Whoa.
Bro. They didn't upgrade it, but look at the graphics on this. Amazing. This game was... I miss the old Ubisoft, man. Another one is the old Division 1. Now, they just did a 10-year anniversary, so people are probably coming back to it, or people are starting to leave again because Division 2 is getting an update. But once again, I guarantee you 100+ hours. You can get the whole complete edition for 10 bucks. You can still play it. People are probably still on it. The story was better. The open world side quest stuff was better. The lores were better than Part 2. But Part 2 skills and movement and the AI are better. So they're both equally good, and they both have their pros and cons. But overall, the story for Division 1 was better. The lores were better. It was more entertaining. The AI is
A new agent is joining your team.
So yeah. Just Cause 3, I don't got any gameplay, but this is another old one that's great. Sandbox, open world, large environment, blow stuff up. If you want to know where they got the grappling hook, the parachute, and the wind glide, that's where they got it from. All the new games got it from Just Cause 3. Another one, Saints Row 3 Remastered. Another fun game. No more Saints Row. Never again. Why? Because people didn't want to support the new one that came out, which they remastered Saints Row. So you're able to obtain it. Probably like for $5, pick it up if you want to clown and have fun. So yeah, there it is. The Saints Row Remastered was another fun one because you put cheat codes and stuff like that in. Yeah, I didn't like the tight pants and shit like that, so I put a chick on. Who gives a fuck, bro? You guys don't want to have fun? Fuck it. Now they shut the studio down. Now there's gonna be no more cheat codes. I don't know what's wrong with y'all people, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't have to play as a guy with tight pants, man. I put a chick on, I put a skirt on, and her fucking ass was fat, and I was fucking running around putting cheat codes and all shit. Laughing my ass off the whole goddamn time. Hilarious. This whole thing is goofy, but it's a fun. Another one, Phantom Pain. This is the last one I'm going to show you guys. Phantom Pain was another great game. 100+ hours. Single player, another great one. Legend. This game, hands down, legend. They changed the open world. They changed it. So I'm going to leave you guys here with it. There you go. Have fun. Pick one of these if you never tried it. Till the next time, enjoy yourselves. Peace.